Welcome back to another science and art tutorial. Today I'll show you how to go from this to this. Our subject today is the octopus. I'll be sharing about how these amazing creatures use different colors and why it relates to art. We'll start this project by sketching out what we eventually want to cut. If you want a short refresher on using shapes and sketching, be sure to check out our first science and art video, linked at the end of this video and below. I'm filling in all of the areas on this sketch where I'd like the ink to show up. So I have a guide of what areas to cut and what areas to leave later on. Then I'm going to sketch the same thing on a piece of lino, making sure I'm drawing on the textured side that I plan to cut later. When it's all cut out, it'll actually be the reverse of this image. Some people like to use transfer paper to make sure the print faces a certain direction, but because I'm not too concerned about which way it faces, I'll just sketch directly onto the lino. And we're finally ready to start cutting. So let's grab our tools. I'm going to start with a narrow blade to get nice clean edges around the outside of the octopus. Remember, always face the blade away from yourself when you're cutting. Then I'll go in with a wider cutter to remove larger pieces. I want to keep everything that has pencil on it because that's where the ink will go. And again, I'm using the narrow blade to make the circle shape of the suckers. These really help give texture to our octopus print, but they're also super important for the octopus because they help them feel, smell, and taste. Our octopus is cut, and it's time to pull out the paint. I'm starting with black blocking ink, which reminds me of octopus ink. Octopus ink is just really concentrated melanin, which is the same stuff that gives our skin its different colors. They use this ink to throw off any predators that might be headed towards them, and for a long time, humans were using it for writing and painting, just like this. Speaking of painting, let's make sure that the paint is evenly distributed on the surface of our lino before placing it on the paper. I try to evenly distribute the ink by pressing it and smoothing it. And here's our first print. One thing you may already know about octopi is their ability to change shape and color. Watch as this one changes itself to match its surroundings. They can do this with really unique cells called chromatophores that are attached to their nervous system. So when they see something, their brain sends a signal to the muscles around the cell, and they can expand or close. In each of these cells, there can be black pigment, but also yellow, red, or brown pigment, which is what allows the octopus to be each of these different colors. So now you might be wondering how the notorious blue-ringed octopus can be blue. Well, another amazing thing about all octopi is that they have this iridescent layer under their chromatophores. But the blue-ringed octopus has circular patches where there aren't any chromatophores, only the iridescent layer. And just by relaxing or contracting its muscles, it can flash its blue warning sign to its predators. Thanks for watching, everyone, and see you next time.